Great morning, great morning, great morning. I am Nicole D. Jones, and I'm just happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for another opportunity to right my wrongs, to take a minute to look at me. I am happy and grateful for you. I don't take it lightly. I don't take it for granted. I don't even take it as a mistake of everything that's just happened in the last 5 minutes. I can't get my iPad to work. I can't connect to the internet. I can't find my little makeup bag. It's not like I wear makeup, but them little, lip liner, eyeliner, can't even find the bag. But I am still happy and grateful. I'm happy and grateful because I am truly learning how to count it all joy. When things don't go my way, when I don't understand things, I am learning how not to stay in that place and just to appreciate this journey. Okay. I have been, man, it doesn't surprise me either because I really believe that moving forward, and I don't know how long we're going to do it. It's probably going to take a long time, but I believe Jehovah God's really laying on my heart because I told y'all last week that the biggest thing for me is I don't want this to be a waste of our time. I don't want us coming online Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and, having a little hype session for 30 minutes or a feel good session or, feeling like a shero and then life beats us up. Because that's not who we are and who we've been created to be. Okay. And one thing I'm learning is until we can get to a place to believe in who we are, everything else is going to be like a roller coaster. It's going to be up and down. It's going to be emotional. Okay. We got to be able to get to a place where not only do we say that we're healthy, we're wealthy, and we're prosperous, and everything that our hands go to touch, it must, it shall, and it will manifest and grow. We have to be able to believe it so much that when technology doesn't work, I can still go on. If nobody's on the call, it's okay. I can still do it because I believe in who I am. I believe in whose I am. And I believe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So in spite of what anyone says, feels, or thinks, I'm going to do it because I understand that it is for not only me, but for me to learn to be an overflow for everyone who's supposed to sup off of me. Okay? That takes some belief. Take some belief. And one thing that I just want to oh my God, anytime we have a encounter, a meeting, a gathering with our mentors, it's phenomenal. Okay. Like we had another one this weekend and it was phenomenal. The energy is high, all these things. But I began to ask myself, because something that was said was very profound. Two things. One, Saturday was, and I've said it before, sometimes we can't believe for ourselves. It's easier to believe for someone else. And we hold on to that until we can get to a place where we believe for ourselves. All right. There's nothing wrong with that. You need to do that. And like I said, this weekend was hype. It was full of energy. You walk away, excited, believing that you're a billionaire, believing all these things. But why does it wear off? And then yesterday, so, some of you guys know, most of you know at this point, I have a grandbaby that's in the hospital. She's been in the hospital since she was born. She'll be 5 months in 2 days. Okay. And so yesterday was Mother's Day. And we thought she'd be home. By now, she's not. But that's okay. Because like I said, I'm learning to discipline my disappointments. Okay? So that I can stay in a perspective and a mindset of my glass always half full, never half empty. Because I have to believe that even when things don't go my way, there's a ram in the bush. Okay? So she gets a visit. Now you have to understand that she's not been able to leave her room or anything, going on 5 months. So Kadeja was able to get a visit approved where the family could meet her, because these past 5 months it's just been she and I that have been able to be with her. So, man, I have 4 generations in the room, y'all. It was my dad, generation 1. It was me, generation 2. It was my kids, generation 3. And it was my grands. Ooh, yeah, I'm a grandma. I'm Gigi. 4 generations. Okay. So, of course, you know, my dad is always conveniently late. But hey, that man's 77 years old. He on his own time, and we got to respect it. At this point, he can be on his own time. Okay. So we're about to take the baby back to the room. I'm like, wait, what about dad? She's like, oh my God, I forgot. Like, that's how long it took. But anyway, so he gets there, and he's holding Sarai, and he looks at her, and he begins to tear up, and he says, you are such a warrior. You're such a fighter. You know, you're the replacement. And so we're just, you know, because I'm video recording y'all, all right? And let me tell y'all how I'm going somewhere with this today, okay? But it was like, anyone who knows me, I don't like taking pictures. I don't like, oh my God, I don't like doing videos, none of that, okay? But something kept telling me, I know y'all probably can't see them, but then how many pictures I took? I mean, like, just blew it up yesterday, okay? Just blew it up. Man, ooh, I took a lot of pictures, y'all. Wow. Okay, up to there. Starting with little Cairo. Y'all see Cairo? A little bad, but oh Lord, she not bad, she busy. Ooh, forgive me. Words are powerful. But anyway, I just started recording. Like, I don't know, something said record. So then he looks at her and he says, you know, you're the replacement. So you got to be strong, stay strong. And, you know, but it was just like, of course, we didn't not acknowledge what he said, because I think I might have been like, oh, you know, but whatever. So when me and Kadeja were walking back to the room, she's like, you heard Pop Pop? I said, I heard him. And so I say all that to say, as much as it was like, oh, it was true. It is a true statement. Okay. He's generation 1 out of the 4. And as generations keep going, when we see a generation 5, generation 1's going to be gone. It's the journey. It's the journey going to the destiny. But I had to tell Kadeja, like, man, like, you know, but what he said is true. Like, we don't want to think about these things. We don't want to face these things. But like I told y'all last week, I got a friend who lost her husband, not even 40. Like, literally said, I'll be right back, and never made it. Okay. So we gotta start shifting our perspective. And I know we talk about that, but what I want us to know and understand, so just like Journey has a final destiny, okay? As much as I love my dad and I want him here forever, you know, it's selfish of me, because as I see him to, you know, start to slow down and these different things, you know, if my dad got to a point where, you know, he was just uncomfortable and unhappy, like, it would be selfish of me to just be like, no, don't leave. Hold on. Okay. But we don't want to feel that. We don't even want to talk about it, right? But it's inevitable. But here's the deal. I had to last night, because I've been thinking about what he said all night. You know, that's probably why I can't find anything today, because it's been on my mind heavy. Because when things ponder my mind, I'm learning how to find peace. Even if the peace surpasses my understanding, I'm trying to be intentional to find peace. Okay. I know this is a morning mindset. It's a manifestation day, but I got us to we got to get this, okay? The first thing that I want, and I'm sharing all this, is because we've got to learn how to believe in ourselves, okay? We got to learn how to believe in ourselves. Yes, we write goals. Yes, we write visions. Yes, we can look at examples. We should have examples. We should have mentorship. We should have all these things. But I need you to understand that especially if you are anyone of ethnic intensity, y'all know what I'm trying to say. If you're Black, if you're Asian, especially if you come from African American, there has been a belief system programmed in us, because I got some color too, light as I am, all right, in us, that has already made it to where we're not going to get our reward till we make it to heaven. That we're always going to be employees and never an employer. That we're always going to be buying from the man, no offense, but no one's going to be buying from us. Excuse me. See, they feel like they bought us so long. I ain't gonna go there. But there's been something programmed in us where we feel like we can't own land. All right? We can't go and own land and then have an excellent credit score to take the lender's money and build our $1 million house on our land. Okay? There's already a belief that's programmed in us that we're less than. Nicole, I don't think I'm less than. Yes, you do. In some areas, because if you're honest with yourself, check how you move on some things. All right? Are you one that kind of sees something and you want to be a part? Are you able to see someone else's success to fuel your own dream, to enhance what you already see? Not in an arrogant and proud way, but just knowing that your journey is yours and believing that you can do it. Believing you can do it. Tyler Perry he done went from sleeping in his car, losing it all, being mistreated, a product of abuse, to now he owns the same military base that wasn't some slaves on at one time. He owns it. He produces all his things. Man, Tyler Perry, I can see his house from my house, y'all. I don't hate, I appreciate. Because every time I ride down the road, and I ain't gonna lie, I done tried to go up to it, but he got guards, he got armed guards and stuff, and this big old fence, and as soon as you pull up into the thing, they come out. And you're not just like, hey, I'm lost. I turn around. But I ride up there, not because I'm jealous or envious. See, perspective. I don't look at that like, wow. I look at that and I tell people like, man, Tyler Perry, my neighbor. So if he can have a house like that over here, I can too. I go and I see it because it encourages me not to be him, but to believe that everything I feel in me, that it will manifest and grow. I can go and I can look at that gate. Man, the gate is beautiful. That dude got 2 entrances. So I'm assuming one is for family, one is for if you going to work and do whatever. Because, he got farmland, everything up there. And if you go back and listen to him, he said that he wanted his son to live on a farm. This dude got a farm and $1 million home, $1 billion home, all on the same land, y'all. I salute him. I appreciate him. Y'all know what I tell my family? Me and Tyler best friends. That's one of my closest friends. And by faith, I believe I'm going to have access to him. All right? I've been feeling that since I was in my 20s when I went to his first play in DC. I took Kadeja. She was little. This when he used to wear the blue suit all the time. And all these years, I've even had dreams. Like we were friends. We were cool. He was a mentor to me. I didn't even know his story then. Why am I saying all this? I want us to start taking time to shift our perspective, to be able to believe in who we are individually. Understanding that some of the struggles that we go through, they're not even our fault, okay? Some of the thought processes and the mentalities and the mindsets that we have, our personal belief has been molded and groomed to generational curses. It's been molded and groomed by our environment. We have been limited, not because we're not around people that don't love us, but because there have been limitations. But we got to understand that just like there are generational curses, there are generational blessings. My ancestors may have been slaves, but I believe that they were the greatest, that they had the most access, that they were able to utilize whatever that situation was and still be able to come out on top. Perspective. Man, this thing in me so deep. And last week, I apologized. I think I even came on the call like, man, I'm not trying to be deep. Listen, I take my apology back. I'm trying to be whoever and whatever I am supposed to be. It just is what it is. I'm learning to be unapologetically me. I want you to be unapologetically you because you are royalty. You're above and not beneath. You deserve it all. If you're trading and you saw that 24-year-old making $100,000, he done got about 5 checks, making $100,000 a month, you know that you're worth that too. The only thing I said to him was, boy, you got a financial advisor. I did ask him that. Why? Because I understand that most of us, even if we have it, we don't know how to maintain it or be a good steward over it all. We're gonna wild out and do some stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, you enjoy, you do you, but you also have to plan. You also have to be in a place where you recognize, like, hey, some things I just don't know, so I educate myself. There's nothing wrong with that. You 24 making $100,000 a month, you better get a financial advisor, and it better not be your auntie or your mama or your daddy, unless they're making that. See, no disrespect, but we can't keep going, even in our own personal lives and our own personal belief. We can't keep going to our homegirls and our homeboys believing that we gonna rub elbows with Tyler Perry. Have they rubbed the elbow? Sometimes we can't experience things because we have no one in our life that has experienced the things that we believe we're going to get to. And that's okay. That's okay. They talked about having access. Man, I say to people all the time, like, I might not be able to do this for you. I may not be the wealthiest person you know. I may not be the best person. I have friends. My sister, in my bloodline is better with money than me. So I'm not the greatest. All right. I understand that. So I would always tell people I'm very resourceful. So I might not be able to do it for you, but I can put you in the right place and direct you and all of that. You know what? As I'm learning to be unapologetically me, I I'm going to stop selling myself short. Because access, when you have access granted to you, that means there is something good about you. And I have access. Listen, look at this. I have access. I have access. Y'all forgive me. I don't even know why that happened. I don't even care. Y'all gonna hear what I have to say. All right? I have access. So I had to understand I am valuable. All right? Because if Jehovah God has allowed me to have access with specific things, specific people, then that means I'm going to be there too. I got to stop minimizing. We have to stop minimizing ourselves, okay? So I want us to start, because, again, we are coming together. We're holding each other accountable. We're doing all these things, right? But I want us to go deeper. I want us to go deeper. See, I purposely set this where I can't see who's on the line. I don't know if it's one of y'all, 10 of y'all, 100 of y'all. It don't matter. I can't see if you saying something negative or ugly to me. I can't see if you're saying something great. I don't know if you're feeling what I'm saying or not. I've done this purposely because I understand that there are places in my esteem that I wrestle with too. But I'm not going to allow it to feed my senses. Okay? I'm also not going to allow myself to get puffed up if y'all over there like, yes, because if it's any millennials and I'm saying something good, they're going to throw fire and all that. I'm not even going to allow myself to get puffed up because I'm trying to learn how to just be. All right? I want us to learn how to be who we are unapologetically through a posture of submission and humility, so that we can begin to believe in ourselves enough where not only can we see us where we want to be, our final goal, but where we have the desire to start feeding our senses that belief will manifest and grow, where we will even believe that we can rub elbows in a whole nother arena. All right? Because y'all know that wealthy people, rich people are just still people. And just like, we like, oh, small world. And we got our own little, environments that we run into people that know this person. It's the same thing. It's not this far off land that we can't get to if that's your desire. All right? For David to come back, David and Monique, to be like, hey, how are you? Now, y'all know I told the man last time I seen him, I'm going to rub him like a G. I'm sure he remembered. But even with that, it made me feel good. You know my name. Wow, great. Okay? But what I'm mind conscious of is, am I worthy of the access that Jehovah God allows me to have? Okay? So on that note, I want us to speak life to ourselves, affirm ourselves. But now we're going to have to start coming together where we can take this a little deeper, a little further. We can walk in our belief more confidently, all right? To do that, you have to possess discipline, and you have to be willing to look at you, to see today as great, because it gives you an opportunity to right your wrongs and just deal with the stuff that don't line up or that may forfeit your access to the things that you desire and believe that are supposed to be in your life. All right? All that is this. All that is this. All that is being willing to be committed to knowing that the you that you want is right on the other side of your self-discipline. So we're gonna start dealing with that, because I believe for all of you all, any goal that you set, I believe it will be so. And I want to know about it. That's why I'm trying to figure out some ways of how we can communicate with each other. This can't be a one-way street. So y'all look for that too. Because I'm gonna increase my little whatever this is, social media, internet, wave, whatever, communication. I'm gonna get it together. Okay. But I want you to remember, you are healthy, you are wealthy, you are prosperous. You believe the best in you because you know that your glass is always half full, never half empty. And anything that stops you from feeling, believing, or receiving that, you can control it through your self-discipline. All right? So again, I am Nicole D. Jones. It's 10:30. It don't matter. We started late. Time is time. So I want you to know you are healthy, you are wealthy, you're prosperous, and everything your hands go to touch, it must, it shall, it will manifest and grow because it is who you are. Continue to have a fantabulous day. Smooches.